welcome to your practice. Today's practice is going to be all seated. So if you like to sit up on a little bit of a pillow, blanket, block, make sure that you do so, anything you would like, so that you feel comfortable in any seated posture. So this is how I'm going to sit, but you can also have your legs extended with those knees soft as a really nice way too if you're feeling some tightness in that lower back and hip. And I would like to start, as always, with 3 deep breaths to arrive into our practice. You can use essential oils. You don't have to. I'm using Peace today by doTERRA, and you can use any oil. You don't have to use the oil that I'm using, or any. So let's arrive to our practice by taking a deep breath in through the nose. Pause and exhale through the mouth. 2 more. And last one. And just let the arms rest down. Kind of roll your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Pull your navel in and up. The shoulders melt away from the ears, and there's a space in between the teeth, relaxing the jaw. Maybe you close your eyes or it's a soft gaze down. Scanning from the top of the head to the tip of the toe, noting how am I feeling in this moment? Not just physically, but emotionally and energetically. And considering perhaps anything we might like to shift without any judgment. Just beginning to breathe in and out of the nose unless that's uncomfortable for you. Counting how long it takes you to inhale, and then trying to exhale for that same number of counts or a count or 2 longer. And keep that breath flowing, and on your next breath in, you're going to push your chest open through your upper arms and look up. And as you exhale, tilt the pelvis round the back and look down. It's a little cat-cows, breathing in as you open up and breathing out as you round. So you can go as fast or as slow as you want to in these cat-cows. Just continue to breathe so your inhalation opens you and your exhalation rounds you. Let's do 2 more of these. Keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Last one. And then coming back to center, you're just going to start to circle around. And it's up to you if you want to circle big or small. I would encourage you not to go too fast so you can really feel kind of as you circle, maybe your sit bones are moving around a little bit. Keep breathing in and out. And then we'll pause, and then we'll reverse the direction of our circle. Just breathing. Asking ourselves if we can relax and let go of anything at all. One more little circle here. And then we'll come back to the center, reestablish that nice tall posture, and then open your arms nice and wide and flip your palms up. And you're gonna take your left arm under and your right arm on top so that the elbows are kind of right on top of each other, and then you're going to bend the elbows. And maybe you can hold on, maybe this is enough right here. And we're going to lift our elbows in alignment with our shoulder. Press into your forearms and feel like you can pull apart your scapula, so you're letting them round, that upper back round a little bit. And then let's breathe in. Let's see if we can lift our shoulders, or elbows, excuse me, a little higher, and exhale, round it in. Inhale, open. And as you exhale, round, dropping the chin towards the chest. Inhale, open. One more. Exhale. And round. And coming back to center. Open up those arms nice and wide. And now this time the right arm will be on bottom and the left will be on top. And then bend the elbows. Remember, right here is perfect. If you can grab onto wrist or hand, that's great too. Lift those elbows in alignment with the shoulders. And then feel yourself round the upper back a little bit. So we're stretching along that shoulder blade, trapezius, scapula area. I was combining the words. So breathe in, lift up higher. Exhale, round in. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you round. Two more, breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathing in and out. We come all the way back to center. We inhale, really reach those arms long, and then drop down. Give a few shoulder rolls back and forward. And then just coming back to that nice tall seat once again. We're gonna let our left hand travel out. We keep the sit bone onto the floor. And then we'll lift that right arm all the way up and overhead, and you're trying to feel a stretch from your hip to your fingertip. If it's too much on the shoulder to reach, you can always place that hand onto your shoulder or even over your heart. So whatever feels best. You're really opening along the chest. Maybe it feels okay to look up towards the ceiling. And then notice if your hips have shifted up a little bit, see if you can maybe back out and ground down. Keep your breath flowing. Now inhale, lift up. This time that right hand goes to the left knee. Sit up super tall. That left arm kind of is walking right back behind you, so you can start to twist and look over that left shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. And on your next breath out, you'll just come back to the center, adjust in any way that you need to. And we're gonna take that right arm and reaching it out, open through that chest. The left arm reaches up and over, or remember, to the shoulder or to the heart. Push that left hip down so you're stretching from hip to fingertip. And then notice if you've kind of, sunk your heart down a little, open it up, shine your light, perhaps gazing up. Keep stretching all the way from the hip to the fingertip, feeling that stretch along the side body. And as we inhale, we're going to come up. And now that left hand will grab the right knee. Inhale, sit up taller. That right hand's kind of doing a little spider walk behind you so you can twist and look over that shoulder. And on your next exhale, we'll come back to center, nice and easy. And now I'm going to turn to my side here and set the soles of my feet on the mat, sitting up nice and tall. And I'm going to pretend like I can't move my spine at all. And I'm going to inhale, start to lean back into what I call the recliner, but my back stays still in that nice straight line. Hold on underneath your knee joints. Bring your legs together and try to squeeze a $100 bill. If that doesn't work out, that's okay. It's just a perhaps. Then you're gonna lift one leg up You're finding that your sit bones so you can then find your balance here in Navasana or boat pose. Pull that navel in and up, collarbones are wide, and then tap the toes down. Breathing in, breathing out and lifting up into boat. Tapping down, breathing in and breathing out. One more time, we're gonna hold this one for 4 breaths. So hold 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, squeeze that money, and release down. So you can open up the feet hip width, and then you can pick if you like the fingertips to face towards you or away from you. And the feet, you're gonna play with maybe the distance here, but the feet are hip width, toes are parallel, there we go. And roll your chest open, so you got a little blueberry in between your shoulder blades that you're gonna hold. Now press down into your feet so you can lift your hips up into reverse table. Then tap your booty down, breathe in, breathing out into that reverse table. So you can play with your feet being further away or closer to you to see what feels best. Breathing in and out. Now this last one, we're gonna hold for 4 breaths. So here we go. We hold for 4, look at that ceiling. And 3. And 2. And release, nice and slow. And then I'm just gonna flip, so I'm facing all of you, and I'm gonna open up into a straddle. So straddles are very much an ego-based pose, because it's like, I wanna be in like the middle splits like Bruce Lee. And that's not what we're really trying to do. We're trying to work with our hamstring, hip, and lower back flexibility so we can make those areas feel good and stretched. So knees bent as much as you can, and you can change, your pie slice to what works best for you. So sitting up nice and tall, so it's like, again, that nice, your spine can't move, and we're starting to hinge forward at the hip. And once you start to round in the spine, that's when you know you've found your spot. Look at your toes. You want to flex your feet, and all of your toes go straight up to the ceiling. And on your exhales, you might find you might try to walk a little bit more forward, but we don't want to lose the integrity of that nice straight spine. A lot of times when we force things, our body says, not today. So asking yourself, can you let go and ease into this stretch? Now inhale, come up a little bit. Now this time you're allowed to round forward. You could use blocks, pillows, anything to support you here. You can let the head kind of go, and we'll breathe nice and deep. And notice how that stretch changed, and look and see, how are your toes doing? Are they still straight up? Feet are flexed? If not, what adjustments can you make? And then you're gonna uncurl through the spine, bend your knees, and then you can just bring those knees into the center. Nice and easy, bounce the knees, give them some windshield wipers. And then we'll pull that left knee in towards the chest, and then you'll just let the knee fall out to the side. So wherever this feels best for you to make it's like you're making a little 4, then, or an L, I guess you could say. That's where I want this leg to be. You're flexing your foot still, and if you notice, if you're just sitting here, you're kind of facing, middle to the side. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, and you're gonna give yourself a little twist. So now we're more in alignment with this leg here. That spine is super long, and we do the same thing. We're hinging at the hip. That back stays long, and when it says that's enough, that's where we stay. Remember, knees always as soft as you need to make it feel the best for you. Maybe your exhales, you stretch a little bit further. Maybe not, that's not what's important, it's just how's the stretch feeling. We don't want it to hurt. You might say, might feel like, I know I'm stretching, and that's good. So breathe in, come up a little bit, breathe out now, you can round. So again, it's not about, can I touch my forehead to my leg or the floor or anything. It's just, okay, now what changed in the stretch? I'm trying to surrender here, let go, let loose. And then you can just uncurl up through the spine. And we're just gonna switch legs. Taking our time. We might need to sit a little bit differently on this side, and that's okay. So we're kind of facing, our center. So we gotta twist a little bit so we can face that leg and then keep that spine long as we start to hinge forward at the hip. And where our back might start to give, we wanna make sure we stop just before that and keep the spine nice and long, foot nice and flexed. Now breathe in, lift up, and as you breathe out, you can let the back round and release. And then you'll come up nice and easy. And take those legs long and give them a little bounce here. So we're going to bend your leg in, and you're gonna flex your foot. And now we're gonna take this leg, bending on top. So blocks can be your friend here, pillows. You can also just do crisscross applesauce. You can also do another wide leg forward straddle. So whatever you'd like to do. This is fire log, and it gets deep into the hips, and it's not probably anybody's favorite, but it works, especially if we do things and we sit a lot through the day. This is really getting some of those deep hip muscles, so no wonder it's tight, right? So sitting up nice and tall, and then folding forward at the hip. You may not move very much, if at all, and that's okay. So this is one where in our hips, we just hold on tight. So close your eyes and just say, okay, I'm safe right here. I'm in my yoga space right here. It's just me. Maybe it's just you. Maybe you have pets or kids around. But hopefully you can say, I'm in a safe space. Making a safe space in your mind to say, breathe and let go. And then we're gonna lift up nice and easy. And then we'll switch sides. So just taking your time to line it up, like a little angle. And the other one comes onto the top. And one side to the other side can feel very different. That's totally normal. So you might be like, I didn't need a block on the first side, now I need one. That's okay. You gotta honor where you are. So you're sitting up nice and tall for me. And then we hinge at that hip, keeping the back nice and long and straight. And where the hips say, okay, that's where we're gonna stay. Now maybe close the eyes and make sure there's a space in between the teeth. Relax the shoulders. Don't need to let go or hold on so tightly right now. And then you'll come up. Uncurl. We're going to keep the soles of the feet flat, and then just windshield wiper those knees side to side. And then find a comfortable seated posture, however you like to sit. And we're going to do 3 more deep breaths. Remember, with the oil or no oil. Close the eyes, soft gaze down. Breathing in. And exhale through the mouth. 2 more. And last one. If the eyes are closed, keep them closed, or a soft gaze down. Really roll those shoulder blades into your back pocket. And allow yourself to just simply be for 30 seconds. Nothing to do, but just be. Just starting to notice how you feel from the top of the head to the tip of the toe, and noting what has changed. What's changed, not just physically, but emotionally and energetically as well. Again, with no judgment, just a notice. And maybe blinking those eyes open, taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale as the hands come together to the heart center, bowing to yourself. And I bow to this community. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Metta, my friends.